Om Shanti. And first of all, welcome to Madhuban. Baba looks after all of us children with so much love at a time when the whole world is experiencing fear, uncertainty, insecurity. Baba's children have the fortune of remaining in sacred spaces and with good company. And so whatever little differences there may be between you and someone else in the Brahmin family, it really doesn't matter anymore. Because nothing is more precious at this time than to be in a gathering of Baba's children and Baba's family. And so today, the Bhatti is really to welcome you all back home into the heart of the family. Madhuban, and especially Pandav Bhavan, is the heart of the Yagya. And when we revisit the heart, our minds get refreshed, our spirits and souls get recharged. And Baba can do his work. Because at the end of the day, what is service? Service is only sharing what I have received from Baba. And the beautiful thing about this is that it's non-verbal. Whatever I receive from Baba is incognito. And whatever experiences I choose to have with Baba, those are the experiences others will have in my company and my presence. And so then, if we look at service as instead of outward facing, how many new experiences can I create with God? Then automatically there will be newness in all my interactions and activity. And so today, Baba's often spoken about that if you feel down, or if you feel alone, or if you feel out on a planet, out on a limb somewhere, then remember your home and go on a pilgrimage of the 4 places. And each place has its own speciality. And today we've especially asked Sister Urushi from Madhuban, who many of you know and who love very much, to join us and share with us her inspirations. She's been a Madhuban Niwasi now for almost 14 years, more than 10 years, definitely close to 14 years. And so that's a long time in Madhuban. And so now we'll hear a few words from Urushi, and then we will begin our Bhatti together. And I would encourage all of you to have pen and paper ready, and really to have the conscientious feeling that you are in Madhuban doing this. Because if we were on retreat together, you would be doing this. You would be visiting the Tower of Peace, you would be visiting Baba's home, you'd be visiting Baba's hut. And so the team has especially pulled together a beautiful Bhatti today. And sincerely, from the heart, let's begin this journey of love with Baba. So now we can hear from Sister Urushi.
To the courtyard, not with any intention or not with any particular state of mind. There were very few people around, and it was quiet, of course, but apart from that, it just immediately emerged very warm, loving feeling inside. And it just reiterated to me how truly this place is magical, and no matter where you are, you don't have to be physically in this place, but its magic can reach you anywhere. So we are in 2020, and when you were last here in Madhuban, I don't think anyone could have imagined 2020 would be this roller coaster ride that we are all on right now. Every month has been so unique, so distinct, challenging in some ways, because I think whatever we had planned for this year, all of those plans had to be shelved, all of them had to be postponed. And I hope all of you have been managing well, because for sure the youth have great plans, they have great ideas, they have great energy, and they want to implement everything just like that. But coronavirus is an interesting entity that has entered our lives, and I've had this practice for many months now of actually speaking with her or him every day. And although he or she has disrupted our lives in many ways and caused a lot of confusion, a lot of fear in people, I feel it's an energy that we need to just give regard to, and let her do what she has to, because she's teaching us a lot of good lessons, and we have to look at the lessons and not just at what externally is happening in the world. All of us have been bombarded on social media and the general media of what's happening everywhere, the numbers, this and that. But after a while, you can't let that energy enter you. You should not, because there's so much more that this time wants us to learn. In Madhuban also, even though our routine, everything else is always very standard, it's the same. Even this year for us, there have been so many changes. Of course, we're always used to welcoming people home, but from March onwards, we've had to politely but firmly ask people to leave, because it was in their best interest, especially the double foreigners, to return to their countries and their cities, because A, they need to be close to their base, and secondly, I think the healthcare systems would definitely be more kind to you there in your own places than here. So that drama happened March onwards, and then March end we had to say goodbye to our beautiful Dadi Janki ji. I was remembering what she had shared with me when I started living here in Madhuban about 18 years back, and she said, always focus ahead. Your vision should not be diverted here and there. And of course, that means don't be distracted by sightseeings. And whether it's the sightseeings of the external world or the sightseeings of our Brahmin family or even our internal world, it's actually just sightseeings, because we know exactly what we need to be doing at this present time. And if we don't know, the only way to know is to really connect with the inner self and connect with Baba. Sometimes our sightseeings interest us more than our work that we need to be doing right now, whether it's on the self or on service or caring for others. But I find at this time, especially the way the world is going right now, it's important not to get into right and wrong, because sometimes we get very righteous and say this is how things should be, this is how a person should be behaving, and you may well be very correct in your judgment of the situation or the person. But personally, I feel right now time is asking us just to act out of our virtues, on the basis of our virtues, on the basis of our powers, and not so much right and wrong. And it's interesting, in our core values of the soul, every spirit, it's just about values, it's just about powers, it's not about judgment, it's not about right and wrong. And it's through the powers and the virtues that we can actually do what is absolutely right for that time. So, another few other things that I've been thinking about and I wanted to share with you is these aspects of fearlessness and compassion, because I've always liked to match my spiritual efforts with what's happening in the world. Not totally, but to watch what is happening out there and compare it to what I'm doing inside. So, fearlessness, fear is a big thing people are talking about today on an external level, with relationships and with possessions and what's going to happen to me tomorrow. But I think fearlessness for us Brahmins is a lot about maintaining your self honor, maintaining your dignity, doing what is useful for the time. Sometimes it may not be comfortable, I may not be totally happy with the decision, but if I know that it is partly at least with what I need to do now for myself, what I need to do for the atmosphere around me to keep it safe and pure, then let me go ahead with that no matter what. And secondly, to couple that with compassion, because sometimes if I'm too fearless and if I feel too confident about myself, then somewhere I think I lose a bit of compassion, I lose a bit of sensitivity to what my needs really are and what the needs outside are. So these are some of the things that I've been contemplating on. Apart from that, I have to say that we Madhuban Nivasis wait literally half a year for our family to come back. And irrespective of COVID, irrespective of whether the flights come or not, we'll be waiting for you. And I wish you all the best for the other 5 months of this year, because we don't know what is going to throw at us. But let's keep smiling and keep Baba and Madhuban in your heart, because that's the safest place. Take care. Om Shanti.
अभी अभी अभ्यास करो। एक सेकंड में निर्विकल्प निर्व्यर्थ संकल्प बन एकाग्र एक बाप दूसरा न कोई।
Now, practice this. In 1 second, become free from all negative thoughts, become free from all waste thoughts, and sit with Baba in the awareness of one Baba and none other. Feel yourself at home with all the ancestor souls who have walked ahead of you and set an example of one Baba and none other. The history hall is the hall of mirrors, the place where Brahma Baba left his memorial and set an example of becoming complete. Mama and all the ancestor souls have shown us how to become fearless in Baba's remembrance. no matter what the journey may have been, or the obstacles that came. There is power when we remain in the awareness of one Baba and none other. place where you can have an open heart-to-heart conversation with Baba. The mangoes are ripe. Baba's garden is full. And Baba's inviting you to come and spend some time inside. This is the place where you can have a heart-to-heart conversation with Baba. And so for a few moments now, pick up your pen and paper and write to Baba. Write about what's emerging in your heart, what feelings are emerging in your relationship with yourself and with him and with time. What's emerging in you at this time? Pick up your pen, take a piece of paper or your notebook, and just imagine you're sitting on the couch. You are sitting on the couch in Baba's hut, and you're writing to Baba. Here, you can open your heart and share everything. You're in Baba's hut, having an open heart-to-heart with Baba.
बस सभी एक यज्ञ भी करो, सब संकल्प समाप्त करो, यही ड्रिल करो। ओ बाबा, मीठे बाबा, प्यारे बाबा, हम आपके समान अव्यक्त रूपधारी बने।
In 1 second, in your heart, do this drill and do it now. Finish all other thoughts and do this drill, the drill of, oh Baba, sweet Baba. We are becoming like you, equal to you, avyakt. We are adopting the same form as you. Do this drill now. Become like Baba.
अभी एक सेकंड में
Now, in 1 second,
अपने मन से सब संकल्प समाप्त कर
now in 1 second, finish all thoughts.
एक सेकंड में बाप के साथ परम धाम में ऊंचे ते ऊंचे स्थान ऊंचे ते ऊंचा बाप उनके साथ ऊंची स्थिति में बैठ जाओ
In 1 second, come to Baba in Paramdham, the highest on high land, with the highest on high Father, and sit in your highest on high stage.
और बाप समान मास्टर सर्वशक्तिवान बन विश्व की आत्माओं को शक्तियों की किरणाएं दो
And sit in the highest on high stage in this state of being Bap Saman, and spread rays of light to all the souls of the world. So merge all thoughts of this world. Sit in your highest on high stage with the highest on high Father in the highest on high land. And in that state of being Bap Saman, spread rays of light to the souls of the world. to do the drill?
अभी आप सभी भी बेफिक्र बादशाह सारा फिक्र का बोझ बाप दादा को अर्पण कर डबल लाइट के ताजदारी हूँ। ताज तिलक और तखत ऐसी बाप अर्थात परमात्म प्यारी आत्मा अच्छा
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Baba's home is your home. And on this earth, you are all residents of Madhuban. And wherever you may be in the world, consider it to be your service place. And from time to time in between, whenever a little weariness or a little bit of sadness takes over, come home into Baba's lap in Madhuban. Thank you all for being part of this special Bhatti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So you are now all welcome to turn on your cameras and wave.
Such a beautiful bouquet of Baba's flowers. Have a lovely day and a lovely night and a lovely morning wherever you are in the world. Okay, angels? Om Shanti.